Alright, with any luck, we are live. Let's see what we got here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And first of all, good to see everybody. Kashif, sorry you couldn't make it, buddy. It sounds like you got some computer issues. I'm sorry to hear that. Hans Boone, good evening to you. Brian, good to see you. Mike Coffee here. Good. Everybody who's watching, I hope you guys are all doing well. This is, hey Scott Kelly, what's going on? This is a pretty exciting one because in about 3 days I am going to be right here arriving with this very airplane, and obviously pretty excited about that. So I was gonna keep doing Panama today, and then I thought no, you got to do Anguilla. Oh, Kashif, gotcha, I gotcha. We'll go. So anyway, I figured let's Jim Bridgman, what's going on? Vegas, what's going on? Yeah, so I will literally, in all likelihood anyway, be arriving in Anguilla in this exact airplane about 4 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. So let's go external power supply on, put toes on the brakes, mixtures and props, full forward, master and battery switches on, a rotating beacon on. Should have turned that on already. And I just realized too that with all players going on, there's probably going to be a lot of people over at St. Maarten, but that's all right. We can play nicely with others. So yeah, we're getting geared up. I'm starting to get really pretty excited for Anguilla. Really pretty excited. So crack the throttles. Let's take a look outside there. Well, that's why we do it before we start the engines. Oh boy, when I get talking I forget to do things. Alright, let's take a look outside now. Make sure there's nothing attached to our engines and nobody out there to kill or maim. Throttle's cracked. Right engine start. Good start. Oil pressure's coming up. Fuel pressure is good. Max to both. Left prop is clear. There's a good start. Oil pressure is good. Fuel pressure is coming up. Other way around, actually. Oil pressure is coming up. Fuel pressure is good. All right, let's lean the mixtures for taxi. Avionics master coming on. Yeah, so this is I'm pretty jazzed about this flight, I have to say. So let's go transponder squawk altitude, lean the mixtures for taxi, and let's head over to St. Maarten. If I had thought about it, I would have done this the opposite way around, flown from St. Maarten to here, because that's what I'm going to be doing, but all good. It's nice to be home. This is what I consider my sim home. Test the brakes. And let's get going here. So I hope you guys are doing well. Sorry I wasn't able to join Sunday. We had we were up late Saturday night with the surprise party and so on and so forth, so just wasn't able to happen. But oh, Kashif, that stinks, man. But yeah, I can't believe it. And this is gonna be the longest we've ever spent in the Caribbean. We're gonna be there for 15 days. It's nuts. The only downside is I'm gonna miss my dog. That's it. Did I turn the external power supply off? I did. Did I turn my nav and strobe lights on? I did not. Let's do that. Landing light coming on. We'll set the flaps. I get my view set here. I guess that'll do. So mixtures and props full forward. We'll do a right turnout. Actually, you know what? We're not going to do a right turnout. We're going to do a left turnout, and I'll show you guys where I'm going to be staying next week. Let's do that instead. Alright. Why am I feeling like not in the right spot? Whatever. Alright. Got some traffic on final, that's alright. And there's Suction Player he's joining for the first time today. Welcome aboard, good sir. And we're gonna go mixtures and props full forward, a few pumps around, flaps are set, takeoff power is coming in. Takeoff power is set, toes are off the brakes. Start dancing, airspeed's alive, engine instruments in the green, 70 knots, and let's go flying. Alright. Oh, I love Anguilla. Oh, I love Anguilla. And there comes Buck, man. I can't fly doing this, no matter how hard I try. But that's alright. Enoch, how are you? What's going on? Alright, power coming back to 25. Props coming back to 25. I'm gonna level off at 1,000 feet. And I'll show you guys where I'm gonna be next week. Man, there's so much traffic down here. There you got Mike Coffee there. You know, Mike, I'm a little slow on the uptake. It finally dawned on me the other day. I was thinking about it. I'm like, coffee, barista, coffee, barista. It finally dawned on me. I'm a little slow. But that's alright. Coming up on 1,000 feet. We'll bring the power back to 23. Bring the props back to 23 squared. And I know it's not power. It's actually... Let's also dump the flaps here. And we'll turn the fuel pumps off. Fuel pressures are good. I'm so excited I can't even get my brain around flying. Yeah, Enoch, it's a great airplane. It's such a cool airplane. You know, to me it's like, I love that you can just get in it and go. It's very easy to set up, like very easy to get in and get going. You know, but it's so versatile. I mean, just I think it's a great airplane. Yeah. So let's see. So what we've got here, this is sandy ground right here. There's a bunch of restaurants along in here, and that's kind of the nightlife spot as such on Anguilla. Hey, XCon 24, we will have fun. Sorry about work. I wish none of us had to work. It'd be great. But yeah, small airports in the Caribbean, it's the way to go. Veneno, what's going on? We haven't heard from you in a while. How you doing? Good to see you. And Magnum PI. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on the hurricane, you know, forecast, the National Hurricane Center, and we're looking pretty good. So we're looking just fine for the next 7 days anyway, and fingers crossed we'll be good. I'm doing great, Veneno. We're doing awesome. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to Anguilla. I'm leaving Saturday, so we're doing a little pre-vacation Anguilla tour here. Right here is the first big hotel built on Anguilla called Meluihana, and I will be staying literally right here. That's where my hotel is. Pretty poor rendition of it on the sim here, but that's where we'll be staying. Which one? It's this one right here. We'll be staying right here, and this is the Four Seasons, or what was the Four Seasons. And yeah, so I'll be spending next 2 weeks on this beach, or next week on that beach anyway. And then I'll show you where else we're going to be staying when we get there. So hopefully I don't hit the ground here. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be the ground, would it? It would be the water. So yeah, it's been kind of I don't do any fishing myself, but one of the great things about Anguilla is going to the fishing pier and getting like fresh fish, fresh lobster, and just literally cooking it after it's just come out of the water. It's fantastic. But I'm sure there's some great fishing. I don't know why my plane is not climbing, but it's not. Yeah, there's some. The seafood down here is obviously incredible. So let's do. What do you want to do? You guys want to do St. Maarten first? Or do you want to do St. Barts first? I figure we'll do St. Maarten first, because then we can all get a landing under our belts first before. Because St. Barts is kind of a brutal first landing of the day. Yeah, you know, Mike, that's not a bad idea, if you know what I'm saying. Preferably one that's independently wealthy, you know? That's a terrible thing to say. But yeah, we're pretty much, we're very psyched to go. We're not ready. Tonight is going to be the beginning of the packing. And then Friday night we head out to the hotel at the airport, and then Saturday morning 6 a.m. we are gone. So let's do Princess Juliana first. I don't know why I'm getting such meager performance right now. $110 knots doesn't make any sense. Flaps are up. It's picking up a little bit. Let's see. I mean, I'm climbing a little bit, but not enough that it should be at 115 knots. Odd. Anyway. So, who do we got coming in here? Oh, he's going to be annoyed if I cut him off. Oh, he's going to be annoyed. Well, he's probably going to beat me anyway. He's on about a 10-mile final at 3,000 feet. So, Magnum, we are flying Airbuses both legs, which is a little bit disappointing. I prefer Boeing, but we got an I think we have A320s both legs on the way down. And the reason it's disappointing is that well, it's disappointing. I just like Boeings, but the Boeing you've got to go through Miami, and we're going through Charlotte. I'm gonna chuck out some flaps here. I'm trying to be polite to this dude in the 777, but he's kind of leveling. I don't even, oh, there, I can see him now. I was gonna say I can't even really see him. I am not flying the RV8. Bob, what's going on? We are heading to St. Maarten. We are heading to St. Maarten. I'm trying not to cut off this 777, even though it really doesn't matter. It would. I'm sure he would still be annoyed if I do it, which I'm going to do anyway. So why don't I just turn in? Why don't I just turn in and I'll angle in rather than cutting out in front of him? So we're heading for St. Maarten. Pixelfresse. Wie geht's? Yeah, we're live today. Ich wusste nicht, dass man Pixeln frisst. Interessant. Alright, so we're gonna drop the nose here a little bit, and I'm just gonna wait for that 777 to go blazing by my right side here. So, oh, hold on for a second. I think I gotta answer this phone call. 1 second. boy, was I wrong about that. That was a spam call with a really good faked phone number. Anyway, sorry about that, fellas. Bamba, so what's going on? Yeah, right. So I'm still waiting for, where is that 777? Is he actually landing? Oh, there he is. Come on, you gotta beat me, man. You gotta beat me. I'm going 110 knots. So things we are planning on doing in Anguilla: sitting on the beach, eating, swimming. That's kind of it. One of the days that we're in Anguilla. Oh, Pixel, cool, Joel. How are you? How's everything going with that? That's awesome, man. That's an awesome thing that you're doing. Alright, so he is finally gonna beat me. So hopefully also at one point during the week in Anguilla, we're gonna take a day and go. I'll take a day and go to work with my buddy Wayne. My buddy Wayne, who flies Islanders for a living. And let's see, mixtures and props full 4. Let's go fuel pumps on. And get into the white arc here. Veneno in the 738. That's awesome. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna take one day and go to work with my buddy Wayne, which will involve a flight to St. Barts for sure, and perhaps elsewhere, probably St. Maarten, St. Barts. We'll probably do the Friday mail run with him. I don't know why, I feel like I'm way far back in the cockpit. That's much better. So, uh-oh. 1 white, 3 red. There's a lot of traffic in here. Alright, mixtures and props full forward. Few pumps are on. Gear is down and welded. I can always tell it's my buddy Wayne landing here because he always drops it right on the 10. He lands like as short as he can. Alright. How about we do touch and go? What do you think? Are we gonna stop? Yeah, we can stop. Alright. Alright. Yeah, let's go, we'll go check out the what do you think, Buckman? Are we gonna go? Or are we gonna taxi back? Alright, let's go mixtures and props full forward. I need to put up 1 notch of flaps, and then we are off. Takeoff power coming in. And we got a 777 at the end of the runway. Enoch, not usually toes off the brakes here, by the way. I gotta get my toes off the brakes. I've flown with a lot of VATSIM traffic, but never a lot of this kind of traffic. Go a little bit of a right turn out here, because usually it's so cool seeing other planes from like the same altitude. Usually we're in kind of remote places and there's nobody else around, you know, when we're doing these flights. Alright, manifold pressure to 25, props to 25. And Enoch, this is all live players. So this is all Microsoft Flight Simulator live players. Let me hope I don't hit a hill. That would be bad. That would be really bad. This is a great beach in St. Maarten, by the way. Fun place. So let's see here. Did I put my flaps up? No, I did not. drop the nose a little bit, put the flaps up. 1,000 feet AGL. We'll put the fuel pumps, turn the fuel pumps off. Ben, we just took off out of St. Maarten, which is, I'll put the let's see, TNCM. Whoops. I'm typing and flying at the same time. Alright, we're coming up on 1,500 feet. Pull the power back to 23, props back to 2,300. Nose it over here a little bit. And we'll head for St. Barts. We shall head for St. Barts. Got food. I'm hungry too, but I know. I've got so much like work stuff going on. Peter, what's going on? How are you? Oh, 8 hours worth of gigs yesterday. That's a lot. That is a lot. Alright, trying to get trimmed out here. There we go. Yes, using live weather. It's live weather. I was tempted to maybe use REX weather, but so yeah, man, that's a lot of playing though, Peter. Alright, so runway, let's see. Got a bug out runway heading here. Runway 10. So I'm just winging it on this one. I wasn't even thinking. It probably would have made more sense to go to Saba first, but let's do St. Barts and then we'll do Saba. And yeah, whatever floats our fancy. And Suction Player, I see you flying the 152. That's one of my favorite airplanes in the sim. Absolutely love it. Suction Player, if you're listening while you're flying, if you haven't checked it out yet, check out the JP Logistics update for the 152. It's fantastic. I don't think they've updated it in quite a while, but it's a phenomenal little update for that plane, freeware update for that plane. Nice, Ben. That's awesome. So I have, if you turn on, Enoch, if you turn on all players in the game settings, and then if you turn on nameplates in the general settings, it will show you all the nameplates for everybody. And yes, this is the BN2 Flying Club. This is the Islander Flying Club. And you can see over there, that's St. Eustatius right there. And then down there is St. Kitts and Nevis. Saba over there. You can see everything today, super clear. Gladly, Enoch, gladly. And oh, and the Trilander. I saw the Trilander the other day. I watch the St. Maarten webcam every day on YouTube, and I saw that the Trilander came up. It was really pretty cool. Such a weird airplane. And then there was the so Anguilla Air Services has a King Air 90, I think. Which that's really got to cut down the flight time between St. Maarten and Anguilla. So, Mike, is the RV8 a tail dragger? I'm guessing it probably is. Most of the vans are. But like, kind of the point of the 150 is that it's not challenging. You know what I mean? It's just a fun airplane to fly. I'm noticing palm trees down there. Is that me? that my imagination. I've never seen that before. Look at that. That's palm trees right there. Huh. Enoch, we're flying into St. Maarten, and then we're taking a puddle jumper. We're taking this exact airplane. I'll be on literally this exact airplane from St. Maarten to Anguilla for 8 minutes, and I will certainly post that to post that flight to the channel for sure. All right, start bringing the power back here. Let's see here, 17. 17, and then let's see. Nice, Ben. Awesome. Let's see here. You know, Magnum, it's interesting. I'm guessing it will. So they did talk about, I guess in the last dev stream, about, I guess some planes needing, maybe not needing to be updated to work, but just being updated to be able to take advantage of like the like upgraded physics, the updated physics in Flight Sim 24. I've been meaning to get I've been meaning to do another Flight Sim 24 video. I just haven't had time. Everybody likes a good Flight Sim 24 video. Jim, we are heading to St. Barts. TFFG. Siamo, it's it can be a challenge sometimes. I will definitely say that it's but I think the sim itself, it's hard to trim, generally speaking. But for me, it's I use the need to bring some power in here. Mixtures and props full forward, go fuel pumps on, flaps are set. For me, it's I'm gonna hold 1,500 feet until you get to that rock, which makes you wonder why I'm at 1,300 feet. I use the Honeycomb Bravo, or the Honeycomb Alpha rather, and I use the electric trim button, like the button on the left-hand yoke. It's actually not in the actual airplane. But it can be a pain. Yeah, Enoch, I'd have the same thing. I've got actually close to 500. Alright, now we gotta bring power out. There's somebody going in the Twin Otter. That's awesome. One thing I don't want to do is be going too fast. Yeah, I think, Veneno, I think it's with whatchamacallit, add-on linker. I think it's gonna be alright. My seating position is weird again. I think with add-on linker it's gonna be a lot easier. So that rock right there, you want to be at about 800 feet, and I haven't checked to see what the winds were, which is probably not good. 57 knot ground speed, so we're going pretty slow. About a 10 knot headwind, 10 to 12 knot headwind. This is a rotten approach on my part, partly because I'm reading at the same time. But let's see what we can do here. Alright, now we gotta start coming down again. Alright, mixtures and props full forward, fuel pumps are on, flaps are set. Buckman in the flying cardboard box. That is such a funny airplane. I'm pretty happy with this right now. I have undeservedly wound up in a pretty decent place. 80 knots. Don't drop, don't drop, don't drop. Don't drop. Alright, now we gotta power out. Alright. Whoa. Nope, there's the St. Bart's kick. I think we're gonna make it. Gotta be on by Charlie. Come on. There we go. We were on right at Charlie. Right at Charlie. No, that wasn't too bad. I mean, I probably wound up better than I deserved. Probably wound up better than I deserved. Enoch, that is Seafront Simulations. They have a couple different packages. They have one for St. Bart's, Anguilla, and St. Maarten, and they have one for like the British Virgin, or maybe it's the whole Virgin Islands. And then they've got a couple for like the UK. They've got a couple different ones, but it's Seafront Simulations. It's really cool. That's one of the first add-ons I bought actually for the sim, because I wanted to make this area like as realistic as possible. Lean the mixtures here. Let's see. Charlie put, you know what? It took me a little bit to figure the Charlie pedals out and what their philosophy was. But once I figured it out, they're great. Because if you rest your heels on like the metal bar part, that's actually not the way they're designed to be used. They're I mean, you'll know this, Peter. It's perfect for the toes off the brakes thing for GA flying. You just got to put like the balls of your feet on the metal bars, and it's just perfect. But it's got a really long pedal travel. So you've got a lot of room for braking and for rudder. So it's very very sensitive, but in a good way. You got a United Airbus here. That makes sense. There goes Fernando. That's funny. Let's see here. I'm gonna take up residence right up here, and we'll watch some landings. Let's see. Put the brakes on here. We'll watch some landing. Jim, after St. Bart's, we're going TNCS, which is Saba. So we go, oh, whoops, I meant to hit. Let's see here. Bob's coming in. This is a tough one. You got the pressure on. Here comes Veneno in the 737. Yeah, seriously, Magnum. It's little tight getting an Airbus in St. Bart's, but you know. Going around. No, he's going for it. He's going for it. Might need some thrust reversers. Whoops, sorry. Brakes. Did he make it? He made it. He made it. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right. We got some more coming in here. So let's see here. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on Volanta, which is silly. So now, let's see. No, I am not in Brussels anymore. I was going to be in Brussels yesterday, but I wasn't at the end of the day. Let's see here. Okay, we've got one plane coming in with an inappropriate tag. You know, Veneno, I was getting a little bit of that too. Hey, Enoch, take it easy. I really appreciate you stopping by. Have a good day. Veneno, I was getting a couple of them too, and I wondered if maybe it might be because of all the traffic. Wouldn't be surprising, because I know that live traffic is one of the biggest, like, one of the biggest performance hits in the sim. So I wouldn't be terribly surprised if, you know, if live player traffic has the same effect. And we've got a ton of traffic right here, like in this general area. So let's see here. All right, probably time to load up. Oh, there's Bob. Come the other way. All right, so let's see here. One more. Well, Momo 9899. Here comes my coffee. Let's see here. There's a YouTube camera that you can actually watch pretty much this view. It's a lot further back, but small dumb noob. But it's pretty cool. Alright, I think I'm ready to... Yeah, there's a ton of traffic. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the issue for some people. Alright, let's go... Here comes my coffee. Let's take a look at my coffee. This is actually free. I have the Payware version, but Microsoft Saba has a freeware version as well. But I actually have the Payware version. The freeware version is fine. The Saba version is fine. Bob, don't worry about it. Banana, okay. Gotcha. Nice, Brian. That's awesome. How's it working for you, Buckman? Because it should be pretty good. Here comes Suction Player. That is breezy in there. Down he comes. That's looking good. That's looking good. You got it. You got it. Yeah, I think he's probably on the other scenery that I'm not on. So, nicely done. Alright, so let's go here. Mixtures and props full forward. Flaps are set. My fuel pumps are burnt because I left them on for about 20 minutes. That's awesome. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, it's if you can do it, it's the best you're gonna see. C208. Every time I see the C208, I ask myself why I don't fly the C208. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. There's another A320. All right. And off to Saba we go. Alright, heading indicator checks for the runway number. Takeoff power is coming in. Takeoff power is set. Engine instruments are in the green. Airspeed's alive. Oh, this guy's probably annoyed with me. Sorry. Sorry. And you turn onto a heading of 060 out of St. Barts, and we're gonna go power to 25. I keep saying power, I know it's manifold pressure. And props to 25. Man, look at that. Not too old yet. Aged Bones 1964, I love it. Yeah, Jim, TNCS. Yes, sir. I'm gonna do a little bit around the horn here. Yeah, right. Yeah, Jim, it's cool. There's a ton of boats I'm seeing more and more boat traffic in the sim in general. I mean, I've got the boat, this traffic, you know, this boat traffic running. The add-on that I have, but even when I'm not using the add-on, I'm noticing a lot more boat traffic than I used to see. All right, fuel pumps off. What am I doing? Let's go flaps up. I was gonna go around the island the other way, but it doesn't really make sense to do that. So I'll keep it at 100 knots. Yeah, it is pretty breezy, but that's the thing about flying in this part of the world, is it can be windy. Believe me, I'm looking at the wind to see what the wind's going to be like Saturday when we're, because I think it's, last time I looked, it was going to be pretty gusty, you know. Last time I looked, it was going to be pretty gusty. Just loaded back in, no lag at all. Nice. I'm going to go up to 3,000 for this leg, is a little bit longer. On the way over to Saba. You know, I have to say, like, I think it's actually pretty cool flying with like all players on, and even seeing like the people beyond our group, you know. I think it's pretty neat. I just, the unfortunate thing is there's always like, it's too like uncoordinated for normal flying, you know what I mean? Like this type of flying, we're just yeah, Jim, like normally it's just it's pretty quiet. I mean, I guess because I'm on VATSIM most of the time, but whoa, what did I just go over? An amoeba? Yep. But like it's generally speaking, from like if I was doing like quote unquote serious flying, it would be a little annoying having too many people around, you know, especially like that guy flying the 777. He was probably on a long flight, and then he's got me cutting him off on final, you know, like. Let's see here. Holiday flight time. We leave Albany, New York on Saturday at 6 a.m. It's about, I think, about 2 hours and 10 minutes, 2 hours 15 minutes to Charlotte, and then Charlotte to St. Maarten is 4 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah, Jim, that's what I used to keep it at all the time, to medium turbulence, because I generally think the quote unquote realistic turbulence is overdone in the sim. Coming up on 3,000, bring the manifold pressure back to 23, props back to 20. Props are at 23 already. Yeah, I used to keep it at medium all the time too. So yeah, about 2 hours from Albany to Charlotte, and then about 4 hours from Charlotte to St. Maarten, and then 8 minutes from St. Maarten to Anguilla, which is going to be my favorite part of the entire trip. I still like, I know we're going, but it still hasn't like registered, you know what I mean? It is going to be so much fun. It is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. And I like the actual travel just as much as I like the trip itself. Yeah, Bob, it's gonna be amazing. Yeah, but no, I totally agree. And that's, you know, I mean, I don't know, maybe I should fly more with, you know, like with all players on. But it's cool having other people. You know, I guess the trick is to have live players turned on, because that, when you have live players turned on, then that's all the people with the same settings that you have. You know, so typically if you have, you know, so if you have like, you know, more realistic settings, then other people will probably like take it a little more seriously. But I don't know. I've never really spent much time flying with outside of our group flights doing that, you know. Yeah, Magnum, I tell you, it's so much fun. And like I have this conundrum about that flight and about things like that in general, like, because you think to yourself, do you ever really watch the videos back when you make the video, right? And typically you don't. At least I don't. And so I wonder, like, would I be better off just enjoying it for real and not filming it and just experience it? Or should I film it? Oh, I just messed it up. You know, I was actually just watching my, I've got like 4 different Anguilla to St. Maarten flights on my YouTube channel, like real ones. And, but I'll film this one. Smart Cash, what's going on? How you doing? Pilot Dave, what's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. What's happening? We are bombing around where I'm going to be on vacation next week. Yeah, so man, there's a bunch of us. It's awesome. Banana. Pilot Dave, I'm doing awesome. I'm doing really good. Peter, I only do carry-on, my friend, but you're more than welcome to come along. That's going to be the trick too this year, is getting all my junk in that little bag. But carry-on's the way to go. Oh, Bob, is that so? If you're on live players as opposed to all players, then it's the people you're friended with. See, that would make a huge difference. Very, very interesting. Huh. Alright, 13 miles. We'll start coming down at about 10 miles. 151 knots. We got a good little tailwind here. Yeah, everybody's here, Dave. Now that you guys are here, now that you and Schmarkash are here, everybody's here. A great turnout today. It was an awesome turnout, and we're yeah, we did Anguilla to St. Maarten, then we did St. Maarten to St. Barts, and now Saba is next up. This to me is easily more difficult than yeah, exactly, it is the send-off flight. Saba to me is more challenging. And given that we've got a 20 knot tailwind, I'm going to start descending right now. Go about 1700. 17 inches rather than 2100 on the props. And yeah, I think this is the most challenging approach. Because you've got to drop this one right on the numbers. But that's what the Islander's made for, right? I know that when we're down there, we're gonna do a trip over to St. Barts. I know that. I'm tempted to see if we can get a flight to Saba in, just for entertainment. You know, and not to even go around the island at all. Well, maybe, I guess, if we're gonna go all the way over there, but I would love to do this in real life. I would love to do this in real life. Well, Vanano, maybe if you tried it in like something less than a 737. The big key, well, the big key for any landing is speed control, but especially for St. Barts. All about speed control. All about speed control. Trying to slowly get back to 115 knots here and put in approach flaps. And thanks to Jim, I have my runway heading bugged, and I know that just gives you a visualization of your orientation to the runway. Because it's weird, it's hard to look at this island and tell that the runway is right here going right to left, you know? Okay. Alright, Dave. Let's see here. Drop the nose just a little bit. I don't think I'm well, no, we've done this approach before, I think, in one of our group flights, but it's been a while. What do we got? 6 miles. Alright. So let's see here. Magnum, that's what they say. Live shipping, and how awesome would that be? I mean, to me, that is just sweet. I want to bring it out a little bit to the right here. And give myself a little bit more space. Yeah, Magnum, I mean, that would be the ultimate, right? Because I think shipping is one of those, like, things that makes it super immersive, especially for this, you know, the kind of flying that I do most of the time. I would love it, but that's one of the things they said. So go fuel pumps on. I'm gonna follow Bob right there on that exact same flight path that he's on right now. The other thing, it's hard to judge your altitude on this approach. It would probably be a good idea to have an idea of what the winds are, but I have no idea what the winds are. Dave, I can't resist. Which is funny because Flight Sim 2020 has gotten so good. You know, it's gotten so good. But I'll be a first day switch for me. Road traffic jams. I mean, I have to believe it's going to be a lot more ironed out than 2020 was when it was released. If it's not, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, to be honest. I mean, I'm expecting a pretty well fleshed out product. I don't think it's going to be bring a little bit more manifold pressure out here and get back into the white arc. That rock that Bob's about to go over here shortly, you want to be at about 600 feet. And he is spot on. Alright, I'm going to trim now for that. Well, I'm not going to trim for 80 knots yet because I got more flaps to go here. Renetto in the 737. Let's see how that goes. Hans Boone. Whoa. Yeah, pitching up and down here a little bit. Alright, let's go props full forward. So we got fuel pumps are on, flaps are set, mixtures and props full forward. So I want 80 knots, nice and trimmed here. Alright. Oh, they're not going to invite me for the bait. I can guarantee you that. I would accept if they offered, but the Asobo folks don't like me very much. Well, I don't know if it's they don't like me, but you know, I'm sure it's nothing personal, but live crime in New York City. You know, I worked in New York for 7 years, and it wasn't too bad back in those days, and I'm low right now. Wasn't too bad. That was back early 2000s. But nowadays, New York City, no thanks. Trying to think of the last time I was in New York. It's been a while. About 600 feet right at that rock, and I'm at 600 feet now, and I'm slow. So I want to keep an eye on everything. I'm coming in flat, which is not good. Alright, let's see here. Coming in flat here is not good. Difficult to judge your flight path coming in flat. So mixtures are possible, forward fuel pumps around, flaps are set, seatbelts are secure, pre-landing checklist is complete. Yeah, I'm not feeling this very much, but let's see what we can do. Power's got to come out. There we go. This is going to be an arrival. Oh, it's going around. It's tricky just visually with other planes on the ground, you know. It's tricky with other planes on the ground. Let's drop positive rate of climb. We'll bring up 1 notch of flaps. That is a good demonstration though of an important skill for pilots to have, which is the old go around. And I had the go around drilled into my head as a student pilot, and I'm glad I did. And I'm gonna stay, we'll come back to 25, 25. I'm gonna leave that first notch of flaps in because that's gonna keep me, it's gonna keep my airspeed in check as we go around the pattern here. We'll go 1,500 feet. I could have slammed that one on. There was like 2 planes right in front of me, and it was kind of weird. But yeah, go around is takeoff power, which in small planes is generally full power, and then establish a positive rate of climb. That is the big thing. And once you get a positive rate of climb, then you start walking your flaps up, bringing up to 1,500. Ed E, what's going on? Nathaniel, so far so good. So far so good. And I'm gonna go back to about 21 or 19 and 21. Try to keep that power, or try to keep the airspeed relatively low here. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go second notch of flaps right now. Power back to 15. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. What I did, I got too low to begin with. Nice, Ed. That's gonna be me in about a day and a half, 2 days. My biggest problem in that approach was I got flat. And then, well, I got low, and then because I was low, I got flat. And then you've got to kind of climb your way back up the glide path, and then once you do that, you got to drop again, which is not. It just, I had too much going on. All right, mixtures and props full forward. Fuel pumps are on, flaps are set. Seatbelts are secure. Pre-landing checklist is complete. So now 1,000 feet right here. Let's start paying attention. I'm just gonna keep the end of that runway in the same spot on the windscreen, and hopefully that's gonna do us well here. This is a whole lot better. Eduardo, how are you doing? Nathaniel, the 56081 was very good for me, and this one is very much the same. So I think we're in pretty good shape. In a short runway makes it difficult to judge your height. Alright, keep that spot right in the same place. I don't want the end of that runway, my aim point, moving up or down in the windscreen. If I can help it, and it's moving down, which means I'm getting high. So power coming out, nose down. Alright, no. I can't miss this a second time. Can't. Oh, come on, I'm way high. But I think we're alright. Come on. Come on. Come on, please. Alright, a little bit of power here. Ooh! that was not... That was not how it's recommended to be done. I tell you, I've figured St. Bart's out. I have not figured this one out. Let's see here. Jim, how did you do? Let me guess, you greased it. Yeah, I mean, St. Bart's I've got. This one I don't have. Sometimes I get it well, but more often than not, I'm usually way high. Which is not hard. It's not hard to be it's not hard to be way high when the runway is only 1,200 feet long, you know. But let's see here. Let's see here. Who we got coming in? There we got the caravan coming in. This guy's gonna grease it. Look at this. And suction player in the 150. The only thing about the 150 is it's gonna get blown. Well, it depends on what your turbulence settings are. I was gonna say you're gonna get blown around. And then there's Jasumati up there in the Dark Star. Kind of a weird plane. Looking good. That is looking real good. That was looking real good. Dang. Look at that. That was very nice. That was very nice. Sweet. Alright, next up is going to be, let's see here, TFFG. I'll show you where we're spending the, Veneno, I did about 4,000 feet per minute. Oh, that's, yeah, drop the Amazon post out the window, exactly. Let's see here. Alright, so, do I have my parking brake on? I do not. Good. So let's hit Grand Cas. And I'll show you, let me reset my heading indicator, reset my altimeter, and I'll show you where we're going to be spending the second part of our vacation. And this is going to be a little bit of slow going because we're going to be into a 20-knot headwind. Let's see. Oops. F. Which way is F? This way. Oh. Come on. Oh. I gotta get my plane moving here. E. F is the other way. There we go. Alright, now. Now I know which way F is. There we go. NG. I think it's kind of cool that you can't crash into other people, because then you can just have fun. You don't have to worry about it. Alright. We're pretty much a northerly heading here. I don't know why. I don't know what you think, Jim, but I always like turning around with the left side of the plane towards the final approach course. I don't like turns like this. So we'll go to takeoff flaps, and we'll bring it around here. All right, that person just wound up in the ocean. All right, mixtures and props full forward. Fuel pump throttle flaps are set. Toes on the brakes. Takeoff power coming in. Takeoff power is set, right, Jim? Yeah, that's the way I always look at it. I like being able to look down final when I'm turning around. All right, there is 65 knots. Oh, that's a pretty stiff crosswind too. Actually, I didn't really realize that. I didn't check my trim. Look at that. Aged bones, I like that. Alright, let's get the nose down here a little bit. 25. 25. Alright, Veneno had no trouble. Takeoff power on the 737. I don't think, speaking of jets, I don't think we've had UN back with us since his, wait, what did I just do, you bonehead? Since his vacation. Let's see, let's get that around to a heading of 240. And I think I've still got my flaps in, and I do. Bring the flaps up, fuel pumps off, fuel pressures are good. I'll hold that about 7.5 degrees right there. Alright, let's see here. Heli Junkie, what's going on? Awesome. Heli Junkie, the unfortunate thing is the next flight is going to be in about probably 2.5 weeks, because I'm going on a 2-week vacation starting Saturday. But when we're back, we'd love to have you with us. That's awesome. That is awesome. We would love to have you. We fly Wednesdays and Sundays. Yeah, I'm still working this week, Peter. What am I doing right now? Fuel pumps are off, flaps are up. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Yep, still working this week. I got so much to do. Why is it telling? Oh, that must have been the heading for. I was gonna say that doesn't make any sense at all. I'm blindly putting in 240 as my heading. It's clearly not 240, given that we are south of Grand Cas. Let's see here. Yeah, Brian, it's been great today. It's been awesome, which is really cool. May have something to do with the locale, you know. 2,500 feet. Keep bringing in some power. Let's see here. Awesome. Yeah, my head position has been either too high or too low in this plane the entire time. I know. So yeah, we have 9 days in Anguilla, and then we have 6 days in the place that we're going to now, which is gonna be really cool, because we have a place on the beach that is going to be basically right in the flight path. I'll show you when we get there where we're gonna be. Let's see, heading about 040 looks like. That's, you know, that's usually the only answer, Mike, is practice, baby. Practice, practice, practice. And I have some other cool news. I got PlaySim Studios, the guys who made I shouldn't assume they're all guys, but the folks who made the E-Jet series for PlaySim 2020 and the Technums have been gracious enough to give me access to the E-Jets and the P2012 Technum. So I'm very excited about those. Very excited about those planes. So I can't wait to start flying those when I get back. When I get back from vacation, I have a buddy of mine who's been flying the E-Jets, and he absolutely loves them. So let's see here. I think we have a really strong headwind. That's not too bad. 130 knots. So actually, it's probably a crosswind. So yeah, you know what? That's actually a good idea. Scoreboard for landings. It's a tough land. We're about to see. It's not an easy landing. It's one of those. Well, it's probably exaggerated in the sim, but there's some terrain like right short of the runway. You go from water to not water to water again. So it's a little bit jumpy in the sim. I don't know what it's like in real life, but oh, you over at you're still over at Saba, Mike? Are you at St. Barts? So this is kind of a cool view. Yeah, the wind, it's pretty breezy today. Yeah, the Technum P2012, I believe it's called. It's basically a modern version of this plane. You know, I mean, it's a G1000, but everybody says it's a really nice plane, and so I'm excited to give it a try. Yes, exactly. I'm looking forward to that. So the E-Jets, they don't have VNAV yet, but that doesn't bother me because the CRJ doesn't have VNAV at all. So you know, just takes a little math, that's all. No big deal. Sun's starting to go down. It's the most beautiful time of day down here. Gosh, the sunsets in the Caribbean are just stunning. Absolutely stunning. This would be helpful in real life if they if real planes had had tags. IslandSimPilot, what's going on? How are you doing? I was just talking about the E-Jets. IslandSimPilot was the aforementioned friend of mine who's been flying the E-Jets around, and I was just telling everybody how psyched I am to fly the E-Jets in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Looking very much forward to that. What's going on, Z? We are on our way back to Grand Cass. We did Anguilla to St. Maarten, St. Maarten to St. Barts, St. Barts to Saba. And now we're, oh, Mike Coffee went for a swim. And now we're heading over to Grand Cass. Got about 14.5 miles to go. This is one of my favorite approaches in the sim. I love... not anytime soon, brother, because I've got This is probably going to be the last time I touch the sim before I leave. Before I leave for that heavenly place, Anguilla. Had to wake up my dog. Yeah, it is some proper island hopping, but I don't think I'm gonna get I may get a chance to download. As a matter of fact, I will get a chance to download it and look at it, like sit in the cockpit, which is gonna be cool enough. But I'm not gonna get a chance to fly it before we head out. Schmarkash, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll definitely be posting some pictures in the Discord, I'm sure, and the Islander flights in the on YouTube probably, if I can. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It is gonna be awesome. We're gonna go around the east side. Yes. I had to try to figure out what the answer was. Yeah, we're gonna go around the east side. It sets up for a cool left downwind. It's such a beautiful approach into Grand Cass. One of my favorite approaches. Oh, I don't have it downloaded. Z, if I had thought to, I could have. I might be able to download it and then like stream for like a half hour on Friday and show you guys the plane. That's something I hadn't thought about doing. But I don't have it downloaded yet. They sent me the download codes, but I haven't done it yet. It's getting a little murky in here. I wish I had thought of that, Z. I would have done it and then I could have shown you guys the plane. So for those of you guys who don't know it, it's the Embraer E1. There's a E170, E190, or E170, 175, and 190, 195, and they're just awesome little, you know, kind of regional jets. And I am super excited to fly. I've flown them a couple times, flown in them a couple times in real life, and they're just super comfortable. Like a lot of fun to ride in. And we were talking about this, Z and I were talking about this the other day. When I was in Miami, flying down to Anguilla, it must have been last year. I stuck my head in the cockpit and asked the pilots what they thought of the Embraer, and they loved it. One of them said he was about to upgrade to the 737 first officer, and he said he was going to miss the Embraer. You know, the ATR, man, that is going to be, when they update that plane, that's going to be exciting too. I'm always thinking about what I'm going to do, but I was really thinking about, first I'm thinking about where the heck am I? Okay, now I know where I am. I'm not where I think I am. Yep. Okay, we'll just keep going. I'll pretend like this is what I meant to do. Anyway, I was thinking I'm up here, about to come make a base turn, and I'm not. But it's good because we'll be able to get a look at St. Maarten. There is Philipsburg, the capital of Dutch St. Maarten. I'll give you guys a tour. What do you think? Yeah, Z. I mean, I'm excited about that. But I was really thinking about getting back to flying a lot more for VBWA, for Virtual Caribbean, and adding a lot of the Greenbird routes, the ATR 42 routes. One of which goes into Grand Cass, which is a cool flight. How are you liking the ATR, Bob? Yeah, you know, Z, I was thinking about it. Like I spend, like I always carve out time to make sure I keep my Lufthansa status. But like I should spend. I don't understand why I don't like fly for Virtual Caribbean. You know, it's sort of weird. But yeah, Bob, I think the ATR is a cool airplane. I haven't been able to talk ZSimPilot into flying it yet, but it's a fun plane. The thing I like about the ATR is that it's, you know, it's a transport plane. Like you can cover decent distances in it, but you're at like medium altitudes, and so you get a lot better scenery. You get a lot better views. This place has got there's a bar right there that has a really good view of St. Barts. Right on the, right where the pool is, right there, there's a little bar. You just sit there watching St. Barts. So this beach right here was one of two options that we had for staying in the French side of St. Maarten. And we decided not to, and I'm glad I didn't, because all the restaurants over here are closed. And we like us some restaurants. Man, the weather is looking awesome. I've led you guys astray, sorry about that. This guy's flying around in the 777. Alright, so this is where I was actually thinking I'm gonna be. So there's Anguilla. Here's Grand Cas Airport right there. And this is Orient Bay. You want to see the nudists, they're all down here. And you probably don't want to see them. Sounds like a good idea, but it's usually not. Alright. Here in a second, I can actually show you where I had a life-changing experience. I'll show you. In 2013, the first time I ever went to the Caribbean, and I really didn't. I mean, I was happy to go, but like I wasn't too excited about it. I wasn't a beach person at the time, but Sausage Beach. But Mrs. IslandSimPilot wanted to go, and I said, all right, cool. And then I'll show you where I had my epiphany. I'll show you the place where for the very first time I put my feet in the Caribbean Sea. So we stayed overnight at this place. There's a hotel right here, was a hotel right here. And we stayed overnight here before we went to Anguilla the next day. And right there on that beach is where I put my toes in the water for the first time. And when I did it, right there. And I stepped into the water, and the water was the same temperature as the air. And I was like, what? And it was at that point when I realized this is why people go to the Caribbean. Because beaches in New York are cold. And after that, it was all over. All I wanted to do was go to the Caribbean. Alright, let's see here. Whoopsie. Oh, not that much trim. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Alright, now we can safely make a base leg here. So... probably a good idea if I start descending at some point too. Probably not a bad idea, huh? Bring the nose up here a little bit and we'll get some more flaps in. There's the white arc, put the flaps in. Alright. I get that 80 knots that I want. This was a much better idea than flying around Panama today. Nothing against Panama, but this was a lot more fun. Alright, there's 1,000 feet. I think we're in pretty good shape. There's nobody out here to annoy, so we'll just go mixtures and props full forward now. A few pumps on. Oh, IslandSimPilot, you are correct, sir. You are correct, sir. After that, my eyes were open. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I'd be doing with myself right now if I had never gone to the Caribbean. Alright. Airspeed's good. Alright, mixtures and props full forward, fuel pumps around, flaps are set, seatbelts are secure. Got one white, two red, maybe two white, two red. Yeah, it looks like two white, two red. Nice. Oh, Captain, I should have mentioned it. I apologize. I truly apologize. I should have said something to you. Sorry about that, brother. I should have thought of that one. Now I feel bad. Alright. Two white, two red. So I'm going to be staying like right here. Literally right there. And now I'm getting blown all over the place because I'm trying to show you where I'm staying. Oops. Alright, we need less power. Keep the nose coming down. Keep the nose coming down. Now we need a little more power. Ooh, this is windy. This is really windy. Now it gets really jumpy right in here. Jeez. Alright. That wasn't too bad, actually. Now, nose up. A little bit of right rudder, a little bit of left aileron. There we go. Alright. Brakes. Captain, I feel stupid for not telling you. I'm sorry. I really do. I should have thought of that. Alright, let's go. Let's lean the mixtures. You guys want to do one last quick hop over to Anguilla? And we'll wrap it. I feel like unless everybody's already shut down. If you guys have already shut down, where am I going? If not, I'm up for a little quick hop over to Anguilla. You guys want to do it? Don't hit your hotel yet. I almost did. What do you guys think? Alright, let's do it. One more quick run over to Anguilla. Nice, nice, nice. Aged Bones has followed us over. I think we've picked up some people along the way, which is awesome. That looked like a greased landing on the other scenery. Let's see here. Yeah, that is a stiff wind. Alright, mixtures and props full forward. Let's put... Oh, we're at the right flap setting. Trim way too nose up. Alright. Alright, let's do it. Gonna be a left downwind departure. Alright, heading indicator takes checks for the runway number. Takeoff power coming in. Takeoff power is set. Airspeed's alive. 70 knots. All right. All right. Man, look at this. We got a ton of people here. That's awesome. All right. South Point for lunch. Hey Jim, take it easy. I appreciate it, man. Enjoy your lunch, and thank you for coming. Thanks for joining us as always. It's good to have you. Take it easy. We'll come back with the props here a little bit. And best place on YouTube to watch tailwheel landings. I don't know. I'm not a tailwheel guy. Tailwheels make me nervous. Drop the nose a little bit, bring the flaps up. The only well, actually, the only tailwheel plane I've flown. Jim, I appreciate it. It's a great time because of you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd just be here by myself. I do appreciate it. I think 1,000 feet is fine actually for the little squirt over to Anguilla here. Alright, and flaps are up. We'll go fuel pumps off. You know, after this flight, I'm starting to think maybe we'll come back to the Caribbean. I mean, well, I guess we're getting pretty close to getting back out on some island flying. Like Venezuela, Panama, Colombia has been entertaining, but this is, you can't beat this. I mean, island flying is just more fun, in my opinion. You know? So I get myself trimmed out here. All right. Man, this is, I mean, it's so cool seeing all the traffic. It really is. Very cool stuff. Whoopsie. I suppose a little bit more altitude doesn't hurt. Does look pretty at night around here. That is for sure. Alright. Yeah, Magnum. The Cub is one of my favorite airplanes in the world. Like, I would love to own a Cub in real life. Love to own a Cub. I think it's one of the, like, just iconic airplanes. And it's just a fun plane, you know? But yeah, the I'm sure in the sim it's nothing like the real thing. And here we go, Anguilla. Let's start bringing some power out here. 17 inches, we'll bring the props back. Oh, I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait to see you, Anguilla. I really can't. Come back to 1500. Oh, fuel pumps on. I'm gonna do a left downwind entry here. I'm almost sad to stop flying. Evan Almighty. That's great. Coming up on 1,000 feet. Pull the nose up here. 115 knots. Put some flaps in. Alright. Little bit of a... it should be a nice downwind. And... hold that nose up. Hold that nose up. Alright, there's a white arc. We got 2 notches of flaps. Now we can start coming down. Whoopsie. Don't want to really come down. Sandy ground. Yeah, we're high, but it's alright. We're in the Islander. Get right around. Okay, overshot center line. I was in a lot closer than I thought I was. Alright, now. 1 red. That's enough reds for me for right now. Let's get slowed down here to 80 knots. There's 2 white, 2 red. This is where it gets jumpy in here. I want 80 knots. I want 1 dot below the horizon on the attitude indicator. And we want to hold that as best we can. A little bit of power out. Nose down. Power out, nose down. Alright. Power back in. It's always a wrestling match right here. Oop, see, come on. Oh, my passengers are sick. I should start settling down right now. Settle down. Alright. Boy, oh boy. That was a fight. Alright, here we go. There we go. And it was alright. Not great, not terrible. Oopsie daisy. A Baseman 1976. I'm gonna read that in just 1 second. There's a triple. That's a 737. That's not the triple, but they fly the Embraers here in Anguilla. You know what I didn't do? You know what I didn't do? It's the same thing I didn't do last week. Or no, it was when I was doing my driver video the other day. I didn't put my props full forward on short final. That is not good. And I also turned 1 fuel pump off. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Let's come over here and we'll get parked. Watch us some landings here. And... oh, I can't wait to see this view. 3 days. And I'll be seeing this view. Alright, power to idle. Mixtures to idle cut off. Set the parking brake. Lights off. Avionics master off. Flaps coming up. Oh, mags off. And master and battery switches off. Turn at the chocks and the boarding steps. And then we will open the doors. And let's go watch some landings here. Oh, nice. Bob, how was your landing, buddy? Yeah, Captain, it is beautiful, isn't it? It is beautiful. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Boeing 722. Oh, that's right. I forgot somebody made one of those. That was a nice looking landing there, Mike. Man, we got a good crowd. Look at this. This is amazing. Let's see here. Baseman 1976. Do you? It really depends on what your settings are for the, you know, like what your FPS settings are in the NVIDIA control panel for the game and for the, you know, for the game and for the general setting. You got to get those right. But I mean, you shouldn't be getting artifacting really from lossless scaling. Are you using the frame gen mod along with lossless scaling? Because that would explain it. I mean, you know, you'll be getting artifacts from the frame gen mod, but you shouldn't be getting them from lossless scaling, I wouldn't think. But you know, Hans, the thought has crossed my mind more than once. It definitely has. It's just one of those adult life things, you know. Like, but we've thought about selling everything and just going for it. Yeah, we absolutely have thought about it. Maybe we will, because this is a special place. Anguilla is a special place. I wonder what my electric bill would be flying on Anguilla, but not using frame gen. That's interesting. And the other thing, of course, is screen resolution. That's the other one. That's the other big one. If you've got a really high resolution screen, might be tough. Oh, IslandSimPilot. Yes, sir. I can absolutely do that. Yes, sir. I can do that. It can be landed. Nice. Aged Bones, 1969. No, not that aged. You know, you're only not that much older than me. Come on. And here comes Suction Player. This is awesome, guys. Watching everybody come in like this is a lot of fun. I didn't see any, Mike. You talking like tire puff smoke? A Suction Player coming in the 152. Such a great plane. Looking good. Man, it was a pretty juicy little approach into there today. It was bouncy. It was bouncy. That looked really nice, Suction Player. Well done. Nicely done. And even the sunsets in the sim are gorgeous. Even the sunsets. Nice, nice, nice. Alpha Foxtrot over there. Sweet. So the IslandSimPilot was hey Hans Boone, thank you so much. Yeah, Baseman, I mean 60 is the most you're gonna want, because otherwise it's gonna be tough to get consistently the frame rates high enough to be able to use it, you know. Hans Boone, thank you for the flight. I appreciate it, brother. It's good to see you. I know it's getting late where you are, so have a good evening, man. And I'll see you when we get back. And IslandSimPilot was asking if I could show my settings, so I will gladly do that. So this is what I run all the time. I don't really, well, I mean, I change stuff when I'm testing, but other than that. So DLSS, DLAA, DX12, 100%. I haven't changed that in 2 years probably. I think I have VSync on in here and in NVIDIA control panel. That's a little trick that works well for some people. And then the other trick is TLOD and OLOD. Don't have them in an even number. Have it just a little bit. Magnum, we're going to be renting a car. We're going to be renting. Oh, Smoke Like an Air Show. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, Mike. But no, we rent the car when we come down to Anguilla, because we just love driving around and going to restaurants and checking places out. But TLOD and OLOD, set it to an odd, like just a little bit of an odd number. Like instead of 200, set it to 205 or 195, 155, and then pretty much everything is ultra. The only other thing, the only other big one is to turn off anisotropic filtering in the sim and turn it on 16 times in NVIDIA control panel. That's the other big trick. That's a good trick. I don't know why, but it's what it does. I don't know why I have that at 6 and not 8, but I did. And then like I turn up the stuff that matters to me. Like waves are important to me because I love flying in the Caribbean. You know, clouds are important to me, so I have my clouds jacked up. Volumetric clouds, got my clouds jacked up. And then like terrain shadows, so I don't know, people have different opinions on terrain shadows. Yeah, and then bloom off, light shafts off, depth of field ultra, motion blur off, lens correction off, lens flare off, all that stuff off. That's pretty much it. Map mod real life. Awesome. Hey, Mike, I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to hear that. So those are me settings. And I pretty much leave them untouched. I haven't really messed with them in quite a while. Sometimes I have to go back and watch my own videos to get my settings back because I forget what they are when I'm messing with them. But that's what I use. So pop back out and yeah. Peter, I'm glad as well. And Buckman, thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. I will have a great time. We are really looking forward to, I know. Don't park your rental in the jack zone, exactly. No, I don't think they're going to jack my car in Anguilla, but man, you got to watch out in Guadalupe. Peter, thank you so much. Please do that. I will do so. I will tell her. I tell you guys said hello. I appreciate it, Peter. Thank you. It's kind of you. And Bob, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, you know, pretty excited. But in the meantime, I have to go back to work because I got to get some stuff done so that I can leave with a clean conscience. Kurt, thank you. I appreciate it. Gladly. Thanks for tuning in. And Peter, Magnum, we will do so. And guys, I appreciate it. It's gonna be weird being like not being around doing these flights, but I appreciate it, guys. I hope you know how much I appreciate everybody coming out and supporting and flying along. It's a really good time, and you guys make it a blast. And so thanks, everybody. I really genuinely appreciate all the support. So you guys take it easy. And yeah, I mean, next stream is gonna be probably what, Wednesday? Let's see. Wednesday the 11th of September, I do believe, will be the next one. So, but we'll be chatting on Discord in the meantime. And Peter, get a good night's rest. And everybody else, thank you guys so much. Bob, Buckman, Mike, Magnum, Hans, Baseman, appreciate you coming out as well. And IslandSimPilot, I appreciate you, brother. I hope you're doing well. And I know Jim's off at lunch, but Jim, thanks. Ben, thank you for coming out. It was good to see you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I think we picked up a couple people around when we were flying around that joined us and kept with us on the way around, which was pretty cool. Schmarkash, thank you again. Always good to see you. Oh no, Humongous! I missed the Humongous. I missed his comment, but it looks like somebody answered, so appreciate that, guys. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Ed Eag, thank you again for coming out. Mike Coffee, ciao. We will see you. IslandSimPilot, take it easy, brother. We'll talk in a little bit. And ZSimPilot, thanks, man. I appreciate you mentioning that. Thanks, brother. And yeah, so we will chat soon, guys. Everybody take care. Thanks again for making this. Was an awesome one. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate it, guys, for everybody coming out. And yeah, we'll be in contact on the old Discord. And other than that, I wish you guys a great rest of your day, great rest of the week, and we'll talk soon. Take it easy, everybody.